So in that vein of what I got from that is what we see in the New Testament, we're talking about the righteous blood of Abel down to Zechariah, is really a post-war scenario depicting why the temple's destruction, why judgment happened to you. But I guess what I was poking at is when the New Testament author, I think it's Matthew, or maybe was it John? It was John. You are of your father, the devil.
That's John.
Is he trying to say that you're from the line of Cain, or is he saying, what do you think is meant there, so to speak? Because I think there's an indication in Matthew where it sounds like it's this Cain idea. You know how the Jews talk about, no, they're not fallen angels. It's a bad line, a seed of humans, not fallen angels, or if you will, these giants aren't actual like supernatural beings. These are all humans. It's from the line of Cain that's wicked. Have you any idea how to rectify that idea?
Well, I'm not even sure. That's pretty complicated. But when John talks about certain things people do, he attributes them to Satan. Do you notice that in John's gospel, before Judas goes out to betray Jesus, it says Satan entered into him.
Right.
And Satan made him do it. So why did he betray Jesus? Luke says the same thing, that before Judas betrayed Jesus, Satan entered into him. So the crucifixion is blamed on this evil power. It's just, if you realize that people are writing these stories and they're writing them for a certain purpose, it does change your perspective. It doesn't mean you can't participate in Christian tradition, but you tread a little more carefully on what you assume is true about all this.
Powerful. Yeah, there's so much there to glean. I'd love to get into one thing you mentioned in your book is how the Jews expel Christians from the synagogue. And this happens to be something the Johannine tradition reflects and saying, whoa, we're not even allowed to go to synagogue anymore. Do you think anti-Semitism is what caused the Jews to expel them? Or do you think it was just they were a different breed of ideas that the Jews weren't having it?
Well, that's John 9. And what it suggests is that followers of Jesus were thrown out of the synagogues because the accusation the Jews make in John is that Jesus says he's equal to God. He basically says he's God. He says, before Abraham was, I am. So he claims the divine name that was given to Moses, the name of God. Jesus is God incarnate. And that message, you can't really be Orthodox Jew, because your prayer, if you're an Orthodox Jew, is, hear, O Israel, the Lord your God is one God. And if you're a Muslim, it is, there is no God but God, and Muhammad is his prophet, and God has no other sons. So Jesus is not acknowledged. So I think they rejected Christians from the synagogue because they were saying that Jesus was God. And that's blasphemy. I don't personally think Jesus claimed to be God. I think it is something that people later claimed for him rather powerfully.
Well said. And that historical, we have good precedents outside of the biblical account to say that the synagogue rejection was in the 90s, I think, correct? Somewhere around there?
Well, likely so. Yeah, that's a possibility.
And I want to, closing the statement of Satan entering him to go do the deed, that answers the question in those gospels specifically on Satan being a spirit, that why would something enter him? So there is this supernatural respect here. It's not purely physical and only from a line of certain types of people. Don't get me wrong, it's utilized that way, but